I heard a story of a boy aged 10 who was asked to name a character from a book, TV or film who he thought was brave. Now you may be surprised by the answer he gave as he told the whole class that Cinderella was his character. You see, we often think of Cinderella winning the heart of the prince in a beautiful dress and living happily ever after. But do we see the bravery of Cinderella like that little boy did? You see, Cinderella is the story of a daughter grieving the death of her father, adopted by a cruel stepmother, which led to a life of abuse. And in today's society, we would actually deem Cinderella to be a victim of modern day slavery. So yes, I agree with that little boy that Cinderella showed great bravery indeed. And she always handled her bravery with grace, and this gracious spirit ended up with her becoming a princess. As I thought about Cinderella, my thoughts turned to another character from the Bible, a real life person who showed bravery whilst being subjected to abuse, slavery and loss. This young man's name was Joseph, and as stories go, I think you could quite possibly say that Joseph's life had a complete and turnaround when he went from being thrown into a well by his brothers, thrown into jail, and lots more besides before becoming the Prince of Egypt. I believe bravery comes from a deep place within. Bravery is the voice that says, you can do it. When all the odds are stacked against you, bravery is still the small voice that whispers, I'm with you. You're not alone. You can fight this. For Christians, I believe that bravery comes from placing yourself into the hands of a God who whispers, you're not alone. I'm with you. You can survive. In Isaiah 4 and verses 2 and 3, we read, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze, for I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Saviour. Each of us will have our own reasons to be brave. You may have had to face the horror of abuse at the hands of another, or the grief and loss of loved ones. Maybe you're having to face an uncertain diagnosis. We all have different lives, different paths, but we will all need to be brave at times as we face life, whatever that may look like. If you're grieving and your heart is broken, please seek help and comfort from a trusted friend and be brave about being open and how you feel. If you're facing a hospital appointment, difficult news, struggling with the prospects of crowds, fear of this virus that's been going around, or a conversation you simply don't want to have, be brave and know you're not alone. God is the voice who whispers, you're not going to drown. You're not going to fall. You're not going to be burned. I will hold you up as I am your God, the Holy One of Israel. And if you need your life to change, be brave and make one step today towards doing that. And hear again God's whisper, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That's Isaiah 41 verse 10. We all are the prince and princesses of the King. And this King of ours wants us to live life in all its fullness. Don't settle for anything less. Come on, friends, be brave. It's time to start living again. And these are some words from the music I've chosen to play next. And it says this, knowing you love me, through the burdens I must bear, Hearing your footsteps lets me know I'm in your care. And in the night of my life, you bring the promise of day. Here is my hand. Show me the way. Listen to these beautiful words sung by the International Staff Songsters, Part the Waters. And may you know that God is right by your side, holding your hand. God bless you.